Right now at 10, time is running out for Wisconsin's food share program, when federal funding will go away. And Eric Toney announcing his run for Wisconsin Attorney General, his message to voters. Plus, a new look could be coming to downtown La Crosse, how it could affect the Oktoberfest grounds.
WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. We start tonight with developing news. Wisconsin's food share program will run out of funding in 10 days due to the government shutdown. That's according to Governor Tony Evers. The federally funded program helps feed nearly 700,000 Wisconsinites, but that funding has been cut off until the government reopens. Evers also said Wisconsin WIC, a nutrition program for women, infants, and children, will still be available. The Senate failed for an 11th time to advance a House-passed measure to reopen the government. Democrats say they won't budge until Republicans address their health care concerns. CBS News' Erica Brown has the latest on the shutdown.
Now 3 full weeks into the government shutdown, President Trump says he's willing to meet with Democratic leaders, but on one condition.
I would like to meet with both of them, but I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open.
Earlier Tuesday, President Trump hosted Senate Republicans at the White House and continued to blame Democrats for the stalemate.
From the beginning, our message has been very simple. We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs.
At issue, health care. Democrats continue to hold out for extended Affordable Care Act subsidies and reversals to cuts to Medicaid.
The decisions made or not in the next 10 days will determine whether working families can afford their health care next year. And Americans are desperately looking to Republicans, the party in the majority, to do something about it.
As the stalemate drags on, some states are warning the food assistance program known as SNAP could run out of funding, and those enrolled might not receive full benefits come November.
If SNAP is lost, it will devastate this community.
At the Capuchin Soup Kitchen in Detroit, one mother says making ends meet on federal assistance is already a challenge.
It shouldn't be that you got to go in your pocket later to get cash that's going to short your bill. Well, one bill won't get paid today, just to make sure your children and you have food.
The shutdown also continues to impact tourism in the nation's capital, with Smithsonian museums and other attractions remaining closed indefinitely. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
There will be no second summit between the U.S. and Russia. Last week, President Trump said he and Vladimir Putin were meeting in Budapest in 2 weeks. The topic, ending the war in Ukraine. The White House didn't share any more details on why the talks are now on hold. Oktoberfest USA has announced $196,000 in direct donations to the community following this year's festivities. The money is going to support local veterans, volunteer groups, marching bands, and school organizations. Oktoberfest generates almost $26 million annually in economic impact for the La Crosse area through tourism and local businesses. More details on this year's giving will be shared at a media conference Thursday morning. Republican Eric Toney is jumping into the Wisconsin Attorney General race. Toney was in Monroe County today, already courting voters. He has served as Fond du Lac County District Attorney since 2012. He previously ran for Attorney General in 2022, but lost the race to incumbent Attorney General Josh Kaul. Toney says he plans to focus on public safety, restoring accountability in state crime labs, and confronting the fentanyl crisis.
As your top cop, I will stand up for every Wisconsinite across Wisconsin. I will put public safety over politics, and we will enforce the law without fear and without favor, regardless of who is in power.
As Attorney General, Toney says he would address the border crisis and the impact it has on Wisconsin. We asked Kaul about Toney's announcement, but he declined to comment. Attorney General Josh Kaul also visiting the region today. He joined law enforcement and health department officials at the La Crosse Sheriff's Office to raise awareness for National Drug Take-Back Day. On Saturday, Wisconsinites are encouraged to turn over any unused medications to law enforcement. The event offers a safe and responsible way to dispose of unneeded drugs while combating potential abuse of prescription drugs.
You know, if you go back a number of years, what we saw was people developing substance use disorder through addiction to prescription painkillers, and that could lead to other types of addiction, as well as dangerous addiction in and of itself.
More than 266 agencies across the state will participate in the event. You can find a location near you on the Department of Health Services website. We have that link on news8000.com. La Crosse City leaders unveiled a comprehensive plan to transform the downtown river area. Their proposal includes 500 new housing units and a public market near the Oktoberfest grounds. The redevelopment targets vacant lots and aims to connect the river area with the rest of downtown. City studies show a public market would be transformation, all for the community and region.
This is a series, or at least a piece in a series of plans to try to make La Crosse better.
Right now, the concepts need approval from property owners before moving forward. La Crosse's Common Council votes on whether to pursue the plan in November. Well, we had a dreary fall day today. It was chilly. Greg had to get that jacket out. Almost had to turn the heater on. Almost.
Well, it's certainly going to not going to improve too much for tomorrow, albeit we'll have less shower activity. We still got the winds going on this evening too, and some light precipitation, very light, but I think the bigger factor right now is just the winds. Those are the current wind speeds right now. We've been 15 to 20 and occasionally some higher, but the precipitation wise has really become more scattered, so a lot of areas are not going to see in too much in the way. But there's your wind speeds as we zoom into Eau Claire, just a few sprinkles here and there, but not expecting a lot of precipitation overall. Zooming further southeast, you can see Black River Falls, and the interstate has now really pushed to the east, so a few sprinkles, but those are your sustained winds, so that's still going to be a factor going on. And even La Crosse, we're having sustained winds around 20 from the west northwest, with another batch of a little bit of a light rain sprinkles coming towards Winona, and further south everything has pushed off to the east, so really the wind is the main story. Now as we look at tomorrow, it's going to be cloud cover, winds, overall less precipitation, but still only 45 at Eau Claire and La Crosse. We're still looking at 45 by noon too, with that northwest wind continuing. So later on the broadcast we'll break down when we get rid of the wind and when the temperatures actually begin to rebound more a bit later.
Wind to go away. We want to keep the leaves here as long as possible. All right. Tonight, the La Crosse Area Builders Association proudly hosted its 24th annual Tools for Schools grant giveaway. The event took place at the Cedar Creek Golf Club. This year's program raised $15,000, the largest amount yet, providing brand new tools and materials to 29 local high school trade instructors.
I can't say enough about how much we've been supported. It really allows us to do so many things where students are able to use quality tools that they would see in the industry, and then they would be able to use those. And it's something where we can continue to work and grow and just keep trying to do better each time.
Since 2001, LABA has given over $148,000 in tools to support students pursuing careers in the skilled trades. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse is holding its 6th annual One Day for UWL fundraising event. The 24-hour campaign raised $529,000 last year. This year, the goal is $600,000, and of that goal, they have already raised over $514,000 in the first 13 hours.
Hugely important day for the university. We are raising funds for all areas of campus, and it's really a day that the UWL community gets to come together and celebrate what it means to be an Eagle too.
Donations support scholarships, athletics, and academic programs. The event has raised $1.8 million over the previous 5 years. Area students learned about the magic of nature. In the spring, 2,000 students planted seeds in their school gardens. Throughout the year, educators from the nonprofit GROW taught multiple lessons, teaching where food comes from, what it takes to grow it, and how to prepare the garden. A focus of today's lesson, the functions of different kinds of roots.
They get to partake in the whole process from seed to table. So in the spring, they're planting the seeds, they're helping to choose what's going into their gardens, and then when they come back to school in the fall, they're helping to harvest those foods, eating them during their lessons, during making recipes. Some of the vegetables grown by the students will go straight to their cafeteria.
Still to come, a network outage shutting down services at CVS locations nationwide, how it's impacting customers. Plus, demolition is underway, why part of the White House is being torn down.
Tomorrow at 5 a.m., it'll affect millions. The next big thing, closing and the government shutdown, plus which fast food chain has the quickest drive-through, and artists tracking some more rain when we see you at 5 a.m.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we've kicked off our store-wide celebration with unbeatable deals on toys and more. Like assorted Play-Doh sets, buy one, get one half price. This Fisher-Price musical Christmas train, just $19.99. New at Blaine's, these men's work and sport flannels, also $19.99. And all dog and cat toys are 20% off. Shop now and save during our Toyland store-wide celebration, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control, it's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
NATO has started a nuclear exercise that includes the United States. The military exercise, dubbed Steadfast Noon, is being held amid heightened security around military facilities in Europe. That's after a series of mysterious drone incidents, some of which have been blamed on Russia. Steadfast Noon, which is led by Netherlands, will run for about 2 weeks and involved 71 aircraft from 14 NATO countries.
We've long not talked about this, but it's certainly time that we talk to our publics about it. We've seen continued rhetoric from Russia, and again, this isn't saber rattling. This is about demonstrating that we can do this on any given day.
During the exercise, bomber aircraft and fighter jets that can carry nuclear warheads take off, but no nuclear weapons or live munitions are used. Officials say the drill is to focus on protecting the weapons before they're ever used. Former Congressman George Santos is no longer in prison, and he says he has changed. Last week, President Trump reduced Santos's jail sentence. Santos spent less than 3 months in jail out of a 7-year sentence for lying and stealing identities during his 2020 to 2022 campaign. Now that he is free, he promises to change his life, working on improving prison systems and helping troubled youth.
I have been given an opportunity to rewrite the ending of my life, and I will make sure that it's as honorable as humanly possible and above reproach at all times, because it would be an absolute ungodly irresponsibility to not take advantage of this and do it in the best way possible. I just want to do good.
As part of the clemency granted by President Trump, Santos is no longer required to pay nearly $400,000 in restitution to his victims. Well, demolition is underway on parts of the White House. It's to prepare for the construction of a ballroom. President Trump is behind it. The ballroom will be 90,000 square feet. Trump and private donors are picking up the $250 million tab. A system outage is disrupting service at some CVS pharmacies across the country. The company said a network connection issue is preventing certain locations from delivering medicine to customers. Frustrated customers have flooded social media with complaints, saying they can't pick up prescriptions or get tests and vaccines. CVS said most locations remain operational and they're working to restore service as quickly as possible. HBO Max is raising prices for all of its plans. HBO Max Basic with ads is going up by $1 a month. For HBO Max Standard, the price increase is $1.50. The prices are effective immediately for new customers. The company will notify existing monthly subscribers 30 days ahead of plan renewals. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, the good news on Wednesday, we're not going to see as much precipitation as we saw today. Unfortunately, the clouds, the chilly conditions, the breezy conditions also are going to stick around. So we'll break that down and then show you what the end of the work week has in store. That all coming up on your First One weather update after the break.
A little more slack. Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get $2.9 for 66 plus $37.50 in total savings on F-150 or lease F-150 for $399 a month.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300.
Visit us today and experience the difference.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Please Me. For tasty taco meat, brown 1 pound of ground beef with 4 teaspoons of Taco Please Me. Drain the grease and add 1/2 cup of water. Simmer for 15 minutes, and it's ready to make tacos. For an easy taco dip, blend softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of milk until smooth. Add 1 tablespoon Taco Please Me. Get Taco Please Me and over 40 other blends at the outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, overall, the precipitation, the showers that we've had today or the light rain is really going to come to an end for the most part tomorrow. We still got a little bit of this activity going on. You can see one through Winona down to La Crosse. You can see another round of some very light rain sprinkles. Not a lot of amounts of this to actually reach the ground. It's more sprinkles. But as you notice, it's become more scattered compared to what we had this evening. The winds are still the issue too. You can see sustained winds over Rochester up to 25 to 30. So the winds will continue to be an issue for a few more hours. It's still breezy, but they will decrease a little bit overnight. Now really the low that's responsible for all this wrapping around it is going to begin to push east and weaken. So we're just going to see more wind like they've kind of seen in Minnesota today. That'll be what we'll see tomorrow, less in the way of showers, but still that chance exists, especially further north and east you go as it continues to wrap around. So we're still in the influences of this, but as you note here as we go throughout the track and everything else, it's really just going to be some light precipitation, you note right here still occurring, and then by the time you wake up, more of it's now shifting north and east. There's plenty of cloud cover to go on, and then throughout tomorrow, we're just going to see that cloud cover persist with a little bit of sprinkles or showers along and east of I-94. Towards the late afternoon, we'll start seeing the cloud cover begin to break up, and that'll be the one thing you'll notice here as the temperatures still at noon hour are just in the mid-40s. As we go in the afternoon, that clearing line to the west will start pushing eastward as we get to the evening commute, so we'll start seeing some of that, although still our temperatures at 5 p.m. kind of peaking out in the mid to upper 40s. Then as we go overnight, we'll start seeing really cloud cover begin to break up completely, setting up kind of a cold or chilly night for a lot of areas, although we're not going to lose the winds quite yet. Here's the wind speeds right now. We've seen 20 to 25 sustained and then gust over 30. By the time you wake up, we're more in that 25 to 30 gust and probably sustain more in 15 to 20 out of that northwest. That will continue all pretty much for the first half of the day. Towards the afternoon, we'll start seeing the gusts become more in that 20 to 25. That means sustains getting closer to 10 to 15 towards the evening commute. So that's the better news. Now for high temperatures going into Thursday, I didn't show you what the lows are going to be like there, kind of skipped over. We're probably going to be temperatures in the 30s. Some potential for some freeze or frost issues, but with that wind a little bit high and some clouds, I think it won't be the coldest night yet. For Thursday, more sunshine, a few degrees warmer, still not quite average, but all in all, much more pleasant. Now going into Friday, this is going to be the night that everyone's probably going to see a freeze if they haven't seen it already. We'll be back in the mid to upper 20s. In fact, some of these might be a little too high given we'll have light winds, clear skies. So really the coldest night is going to be going into Friday, although it will be kind of cold going to Thursday. So definitely will be the coldest night we probably have had for a lot of areas. The good news on Friday, we'll have a few clouds in the afternoon, but obviously getting back up into about where we should be, the mid to upper 50s for most areas with a light wind. So all in all, a nice end to the work week with Thursday and Friday. We just got to get through tomorrow. And for the first part of the weekend, overall pretty seasonable. A few 60s to the west. We'll have a system that'll be approaching, so we are going to see some areas get up into the 60s by the weekend before another system comes through and starts cooling us back off with more rain chances for the first part of next week. So we just got to get through tomorrow, and then the end of the week should be good. And for the most part, the weekend is good.
Yeah.
So that's good news too. And for the leaves too. Obviously we should be peaking this weekend or early next week.
Oh, they're beautiful right now. Can't wait for everyone to get out, enjoy the end of the week and see them. They're lovely. And get those fall jackets out, of course, for sure.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, seasons are on the line. Playoffs get underway on the football field in Minnesota as well as the volleyball court here in Wisconsin. Jacob is in next.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800 on this Sierra 1500 model.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Get an 11% rebate on interior stains now at Menards. Minwax Wood Finish is a penetrating oil-based wood stain that provides beautiful rich color in just one coat. Get a quart for $10.99 plus an 11% rebate. Add color to your staining project with Minwax Color Series. It's perfect for completing your projects 2 times faster while adding a pop of exceptional color. A quart is $14.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Well, the postseason is in full swing. Multiple sports beginning their playoff journeys tonight on the football field and volleyball court, and that is where we will begin. Westby looking to keep their season alive and advance to Thursday. We begin in the first set. Westby up 7 until Aiden Frank sends over a fastball. The Papermaker defense cannot corral it. Home side takes the first set, then they keep rolling in the second. Hayden Thureen places it perfectly in the corner to extend the lead, and later Ava Berg joins in on the fun as she is going to pummel one down for another Westby point. The Norsemen defend their home court, and they advance to the regional semis on Thursday, where they'll travel to take on Richland Center. Another 6 versus 11 matchup to the north as Whitehall hosting Necedah. First set, home team looking dominant. Paige Lazowski receives the cross-court pass and says, "See ya, ball," as she gets the kill. Then later in the set, the Norse with some trickery. They try and get the ball to the middle for a set, but Bria Pank gives her team a point instead. Whitehall would keep the pedal to the floor. This time, Ariana Osdero sends the heat across as she finds a soft spot, and her team finds a spot in the regional semis, winning this one in 3. Elsewhere in regional volleyball action tonight, Logan falls in 5 sets to Baldwin Woodville. Melrose Mindoro advances, knocking out Osseo Fairchild. GET takes down Poynette. BRF season comes to a close, and Waniwak Center and Hillsboro live to see another day with home wins. How about some Tuesday night football action? Playoffs over in Minnesota. Caledonia hosting St. Charles. Warriors up big in the second quarter, looking to add on some more. Bodie Knutson takes the handoff, and he's going to go all the way in for the score. Caledonia goes up 27. St. Charles looking to score before the break, but the Warrior defense this time steps up big, forces the fumble, and Grant King jumps on it. Caledonia was just dominant in the first half. Then out of the break, they would add some more on. Hunter Frank is going to take the sweep here, and he'll fight his way in for another Caledonia touchdown. Warriors take this one 33-10, the final. Over to Spring Grove, the rain was falling, wind was howling, and the Lions were hosting Grand Meadow. The Lion defense was suffocating in this one. Noah Hepner setting the edge, and he'll get the tackle right there. Super Larks forced a punt, and on the ensuing drive, Dylan Halverson takes the snap, feels the pressure, and he's going to take off, and nobody is in front of him up the sideline, and to the house he goes. Lions lead by 8. Then a few minutes later, Halverson this time on the quarterback keeper, and he is going to score this one with ease. This one all Spring Grove as they roll 50-6. Spring Grove will face Wabasha Kellogg on Saturday. On the other side of the section, Mabel Canton rolling tonight 24-0. Cougars will face Leroy Ostrander, who took down Houston. Winona Windhawks also victorious 27-0. And Cotter notches their first playoff win since 2012 with a dominating win over Red Wing. They'll face Zambroda Mazeppa, who downed La Crescent Hoka tonight. And the La Crescent Hoka girls soccer team season comes to a close at the state tournament as the Lancers fall by 1, but still a big congratulations to them on a fantastic season. The Badger men's basketball team is just a few days away from their first exhibition of the season as they'll take on the Oklahoma Sooners from the Pfizer Forum on Friday. Wisconsin just wrapped up their annual red and white scrimmage on Sunday, and the Kohl Center had quite the crowd as fans are excited for the season to get underway. Despite UW only having a handful of returners back from a season ago, transfer guard Nick Boyd says this team has the traits to breed a successful season.
As long as you're unselfish and want to play for each other, the sky's the limit. So I think we have a base of that and a foundation of that. And obviously the wins and losses we'll see as the year goes on. But if you have a foundation of unselfishness and guys who want to play for each other, you can make something special out of that.
Badgers will scrimmage UW Platteville next Wednesday, and then the regular season gets underway on Monday, November 3rd against Campbell in Madison. That's sports. More news up next.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
We really care about our employees and their families, and then also the community as a whole.
We have a lot of really, really good employees. It's like a family around here.
The customer is always number one. That's always our goal, to get them running.
Having Carrier as their main product with the support that they give us, the commitment to their product, to our people, is outstanding.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
And air conditioning, your comfort is our business.
Living with chronic migraine?
15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine, and treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 91% of patients wish they'd started Botox sooner. Ask your doctor today. If eligible, you may pay $0.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Construction on the world's largest wildlife crossing took another step forward today. Above the 101 freeway in Los Angeles, officials with several agencies came together to put the first permanent plants into the bridge, which will allow animals to safely cross the busy 10-lane road. Officials are expecting the project to be finished by next year. Hey, animals got to get to places too. This is awesome. And Greg said they already have some in Nevada. So Los Angeles is a little behind with it, but the largest in the world. That's pretty impressive. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
This October, Maxwell White and the La Crosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
After high school, I joined Eagle Crest Communities. I did not know what I wanted to do for a career, and I really found a passion for working with our senior population. They care about me just as much as I care about them. Being able to be a part of their day is a really special thing for me, and it's given me a purpose in life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
From generation to generation, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And this year, we've kicked off our store-wide celebration with unbeatable deals on toys and more. Like this Hot Wheels track set, just $19.99. Select Barbie dolls and play sets, $17.99. Plus, get a free $15 gift card when you spend $75 on Purina dog food, cat food, litter, and treats. Shop now and save during our Toyland store-wide celebration, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Art Center is impacted by tourists. When tourists come to the La Crosse region, it benefits everyone. They seek out many opportunities to experience theater, concerts, outdoor, wildlife, dining. It connects us all.
The power of tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes.
Call or schedule online.
All right, tomorrow just a few degrees warmer, maybe, but still chilly. We'll have less showers. That's the one thing we'll definitely see, but breezy conditions, a lot of cloud cover, but that will begin to break up towards the evening hour. The good news is we have Thursday and Friday more sunshine. Unfortunately, the mornings will be quite chilly or cold. A lot of areas could be in the 20s. And so far the weekend getting back to around 60, so overall quiet conditions.
Yeah.
We just got to get through tomorrow. We'll see some improvement.
Yep, that warm front came and gone. We are in the midst of fall. All right, thanks for joining us at 10. Have a great night.